What can you say about Gordie? Is
What can I say?
the third quarter was
probably about 1,000
Yeah.
things you can say, but it was. You look at the third quarter and say that run when it happened or whatever, but it was well before that. We just didn't get into the things that we needed to do. We broke down defensively in a lot of areas, and we're not making shots. I mean, like maybe we're shooting too much. I don't know, but we're getting up a lot of shots. We're getting a lot of work in that situation. And a lot of the shots we got are uncontested. Maybe it'd be better if we had contested shots. We might make some. I don't know. But when we had more possession than what they had. We just didn't do enough with it that we needed to do. And in the end, we didn't shoot well enough. We still, we're making it hard for ourselves with our decision making with the ball. The thing that disappointed me, we looked like rabble out there. We at times offensively. We look like absolutely rabble. Like there's just, what is it? I don't know. That's, I've got to take responsibility for that. So obviously I'm not getting the message across all the players, we need something simpler. Maybe that's the way we need to play. I'm not sure, but, it's just disappointing to see that sort of thing. Like it's at times like guys just going out and doing their own thing. Now, that can be, there's a side of that, they're trying to be aggressive, they're trying to do something, but in the end, all it does is puts everything out of what we're doing. And I thought the thing that really hurt us was some things defensive. We did a pretty good job in the first couple of quarters defensive, and we were breaking down. But at least there was some stuff that was good there. And we spoke about, at half time, and I was dirty, I was filthy. I thought it was absolute rubbish, to be quite honest, the way we played. Because we're not sticking to the principles of play and what we want to do. We're getting beat, defensively in a whole lot of ways. That, why haven't we got any rules for? Why do we may as well just go out and play, whatever way it is. Now, like I said, I think the intent's good. I think the intent's good there. Maybe it's me, I might be riding too hard during the week. And I am. I'm trying to be demanding and I'm trying to get some discipline, but it's not, So obviously what we're doing is not working, so we're going to have to change some things around with what we do. But I mean, it's like we can't hit anything. So, and it's not as if a lot of them are tough shots. So, either, individually we're all tightened up, and maybe I take responsibility for that. But these guys are going to be able to go out and do some of that stuff. So, they keep working hard. That's the one thing. It's not as if they're sloppy and, we've been driving and possibly driving too hard. So we'll rethink that and we'll, obviously, because the challenge we got next week is a big one. I guess the positive things we get good lift off the bench. We get the, Showron and Tyson. Those guys are bringing good energy, and Timmy and that sort of stuff. But at times it's getting away way too much. And we're showing ill discipline again. I mean, that's rubbish. It totally is. So really disappointing. And you can feel the pain of the fans and where they're at. And we're trying to play. No one on this team is going out there to play poorly and miss shots or turn the ball over or do this or do that. I mean, the intent's all good, but our decision making and how we're playing and playing in the unity of the team is not good at all. And we're not getting what we need as a group to cover, where we need to be defensively, on the boards, a whole lot of things. So, we just got to keep working at it. We got to try and set ourselves some goals and what we need to do and have a plan and try and stick to it. But we need to buy into it. And tonight I don't think we did. And that's the thing that really disappointed me. We're getting away from the way we play. And we're not going to beat teams by, getting into some sort of, track meet with someone. and getting up and down, you know, we're not going to win that contest. Well, we want to run when we want to run, and when we got a group on that does that, then that's that style. When we don't have that group on, then we got to play smarter, and we got to make shots. I mean, that's what it is. And again, I'll say this: this is when the true character of everyone comes to the front. This is when you see what people are really made of. This is when you see what the coach is made of. This is when you see what players are made of. This is when you see what the fans are made of. You know, when things are tough. That's when we need to circle the wagons, get together, and everyone push that barrow in one direction, instead of, like, you know, heading off in all directions, trying to do our own thing and make something go. We've all got our own skill package, we've all got our own strengths, we've all got our own weaknesses, and as a group, we've got to play to those. And we've got to find what is the best way for this team to play. You know, and obviously you can say, well, hey coach, you're not doing a very good job of it because you know, we're this. So that's what we have to do. Simple things, you know, like in the end, it's got to come back to, you know, fundamentals, both offensively and defensively.
Sure. You led the second unit with a lot of energy, and I thought you guys picked up a lot of slack from the starters. Can you just talk about the mindset of that second unit coming in and you know, kind of coming in and taking the load off, or, you know, kind of cleaning up?
Like on the court, like I'll say with us, like I just try to go out there, that second group, we just try to go out there and try to win, basically. Put some pressure on them, get some loose balls, get something going, get some flow going or something. Just get something going, you know. At the same time, we try to, you know, be solid on defense and try to get some easy baskets, but we just couldn't make shots. Like Gordie said, it's just those times where we just can't make shots. But the mindset of that second squad is go out there, be scrappy, play hard, put some pressure, get some turnovers, you know, and from there just go on.
And Gordie, how tough is it to juggle the lineups if the bench guys are really, you know, digging in defensively, you know, when to keep them in, you know, when to put them in?
Yeah, it is, and probably, you know, one of the things that what we've tried to do is, because we've had a nucleus of guys that's played together for a while, you know, as a coach, you know, you're waiting for that thing to get into gear and play the way we know they're all capable of playing. Then try and use what Show's strengths are and try and use what Javon's strengths are, you know, both offensively, defensively, to make those things happen. And, you know, we've really sort of struggled to find the style of game that suits all the personnel that we have. And the simple thing is, most of the guys aren't playing to the level that we really need them to play at. Now, you can put that down to maybe the opposition's taking them out of that, or, you know, for whatever reason, they're not getting it done. Now, that could be for the system that we've got, both offensively and defensively. You know, is it a mind thing? I don't know. Maybe, you know, so there could be a whole lot of things, but, you know, it's odd. We're struggling to make some things happen. We're struggling, like I said, it's not as if we don't, you know, get enough shots up or shoot the ball enough. We're doing all of it, but at the moment, we just don't seem to have that confidence, you know. And like I said, maybe I've been riding too much, because, you know, like I have been. I've really been on their case at times, and maybe, you know, that's not having the effect it needs to have. So we all, at times, everyone's got to look into the mirror and evaluate and say, hey, what can I do better for the team? And then that's what we need. We don't need, you know, turning around going, well, this guy's not making it, or this guy's doing it, or he's no good, or this. That's nothing. We got our group. We all know what the strengths and weaknesses of what they are, and now we've got to find a way to perform to the level we're capable of. Now, people are going to take away from that. The players are in a situation where other players are going to do different things, coaches are going to throw different things up, and we're going to have some change-ups and so on. So everyone's in that boat. And that's the only way we're going to get any success is by getting some numbers up, everyone. There's no use, you know, Show coming in and doing what he's doing if we don't get, you know, Larry playing, or Oscar playing, or Savs, or Natty, or, you know, it's got to be all those guys. It's got to be the whole group. And at the moment, we're probably getting 2 or 3 guys. And at times, we just look like rabbit. You know, really, we do. You know, like, it's pretty disappointing. So, as a coach, I've got to say, hey, you need to change some things up. You need to do things better.
And when you break down this game from last week, you know, go through the tape, whatever, how much stock do you put into, you know, these last start of the fourth quarter runs? Do you really focus on those? Are you looking at what's happening in that, or is it more?
Well, it's more the whole process going along. I mean, you know, you can't just get to that and say, hey, that's the point, because it's the whole game. It's just not consistently happening and going, you know, where we are. We're not playing with any flow. You know, we don't look like we're in any groove. You know, everything we get is a real struggle at the moment. You know, there's no real flow about what we're getting. And you know, we do look good when we get, you know, our quicker players in and we get up and down. But a lot of the time, you know, we've been, you know, in a position where they're just chasing, you know, a score. So maybe we need to change some things up with that. And that's something that we all have to look at.
Thanks, Gus.
And then projects and stuff wrong with it's got getting the recap.
Pardon?
Getting the recap now.
Yeah, I had no idea. I tried to get texts from my wife, but my phone wouldn't work in the locker room, so I would kind of sneak out there, right to up near the door to where it would get a message.
It's a shame they haven't got the live TV feed working. You could have just put a box in there.
CCTV.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I know these things are obviously sensitive and what you can and can't say, but what are your comments on the incident? What happened? Obviously, you were frustrated with the foul count. And, you were just trying to make a point.
Very simple. I'm just trying to make a point about the foul count, and he came over and said that he didn't want me to yell it to him from across the court. And I said, that's fine. Well, now that you're here, I'd like you to know about it. And you know, he gave me a technical, and then obviously things escalated and I got ejected. He was doing his job. I felt I was doing mine. It's very simple. Some coaches are different. I told the guys after the game, I firmly believe as a coach that my job is to have my players' backs. I can't ask them to have each other's backs on the floor and not have their backs myself. So he's a very good official. Like I said, he felt he was doing his job. I felt that I was doing mine. But in the meantime, we came up with a great win.
Is there a situation you've been in before? Do you feel you overstepped the mark, or do you feel it was all?
No, I've been ejected numerous times before. And, you know, like I said, some coaches look at it differently. You know, my job is to win basketball games, and sometimes whether you call it motivation or whatever, I feel that I can do it different ways. And, you know, I wanted to let the officiating crew know my thoughts. And obviously, in their minds, I overstepped my boundaries.
Will you apologise? Do you expect to hear from the league about it any further?
Oh, maybe not. But again, I feel like I would be remiss if I didn't bring up what I would feel are deficiencies happening in the game. Whether they like to hear it or not, that's up to them. But sometimes you can do it in ways that they like to hear in some ways, sometimes otherwise. But the bottom line is I have to do my job. My job is to let them know if I think that things aren't being handled the correct way.
That said, it was a very dominant, very convincing win, and you came here and did the job and then some. So you must be pleased. That's to get that done.
I'm very pleased. I thought our defense in the first half, which is about what I can talk about. I thought our defense in the first half was pretty damn good. And I know what I was told in the third quarter, it was maybe even better. So we felt last week in preparation for this game, this defense is something that we have to be able to hang our hat on. And I think we got after it as a team defensively in the week of preparation for before this game, and obviously it paid off. So it's something that we have to build on now.
Yeah, Jacob, did you come in knowing it was a pretty important game against obviously a very desperate team who everyone says they might turn it on one day? It doesn't look like it's going to happen anytime soon, but the way they're playing. So, but yeah, was it an important win for you guys to stay up in the top four?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like, we realise what they're like. I mean, they're a quality team who's going through a rough patch, so they're going to be desperate. And that's exactly what they were, I think, at the start. You know, like, I think we handled it really well to start with. We held our nerve when they were playing well at the start, and then we started pushing ahead when we thought we had the advantage. And our defence really, you know, as we spoke about, really clamped down. The third quarter was awesome for us, so it was the best defence we played this year. We were fantastic. Our rotations were great, and I think that's, you know, from getting our butts kicked last week against Perth at home. We felt that all week, and we came in tonight with a chip on our shoulder, which we have to maintain for the rest of the season if we want to, as you said, get to where we want to be, which is, you know, up the top.
Paul, what do you think the sort of box score sort of third quarter?
Well, look, to hold the team to 6 points is pretty impressive. You know, and you know, I think I talked to the team about constantly raising the bar, and I think we're doing that. And I think that's how teams progress, and that's how teams grow. And you know, they're raising the bar, and now that, you know, we understand what we can do defensively, and what we understand our strengths and weaknesses as a defensive unit. I think we'll continue to get better. Teams. You can't win a championship without improving game in and game out throughout the year. And we're a team with a new coach and a new philosophy, with some new players, with Jacob and 2 new imports. And if you improve week in and week out, you're gonna be a damn good basketball team. I think for the most part we've done that. Like every team, you're gonna have some setbacks, but if you improve day in and day out in practice and in your games, you're going to be a damn good basketball team after 28 games, and that's our goal.
And Jacob, how did you see the end of the first half go? You lost your coach, and the Hawks looked like they might have grabbed some momentum, but it was short-lived.
Yeah, I think that's a credit to you know, our leadership group within the team to be able to handle that. And I think we understand what was going on and why it happened, and I think we all you understood that, accepted for what it was, and then you've got to move on straight away. We can't live what happened, we've got to move on and accept what had just gone on. So that's why I thought the third quarter was even better from our perspective. To go out there and completely forget about what happened and just move straight on. We're playing even better defence, we're more physical, regardless of the fan count, and I think that, you know, that shows. I think the more aggressive team in this league, as it should be, gets those calls, and I thought we were more aggressive in the third quarter, and then we didn't get those ticky-tack calls that we were in the first half because we were less. So I thought we did that really well, and handled it well with our leadership.
And is that the closest you've come to a triple-double?
I think I had one game about 8 years ago where I was 1 assist off. But I blame Brett Maher for that. So.
He blamed Peter Crawford, didn't he?
Yeah, really quick to point a finger.
The last thing I was going to just ask real quick before you go is it's Liam Flynn, is that right?
Yeah.
What did you say to him when he came into the locker room and shed me a light on that?
Well, he's a damn good assistant coach, and he'll be a damn good head coach. I high-fived him and you know, just talked to the team very briefly about, you know, the importance of team. And I really consider coach as part of the team and the team part of the coaching staff. I think that Jacob can tell you this. I'm a big believer in input from players, because the other guys, this is a very cerebral team we have. They really understand the game, and you know, we don't really run a lot of things defensively without running it through them first. So you know, so Liam obviously did a great job, and the team did a great job. And it's, you know, like I said, when you go on a road, is the best way to win basketball games. It is. When you got 10 players and 2 coaches and a strength coach, we got 13 guys on the road. It's us against them mentality, and you have to have that, and you have to have each other's backs, and you have to understand that. And I think we're understanding that as a team, and we're getting better.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Brad.